Hello everybody, welcome to the last week of this course. Whew, we made it. I know this was a weird semester. We're all still getting used to this virtual world and it's hard. And that's worthy of acknowledging. So you've made it, great job. I wish I could have had this course in the classroom face-to-face with all of you. It would have been so much nicer to get to know you in a real live sense, not just in the virtual sense. But hey, COVID is the motherfucker, right? And that's just how it goes. So I'm glad I got to know you through virtual world, which is better than not knowing you at all. But I really do wish I could have met you in the classroom. It would have been a slightly different semester, same content, but it just is much more rich and enhancing when we're all there together. So a couple of things for housekeeping. This week, I don't have any major sort of content and assignments for you. I want you to work on finishing your Fire in the Ashes analysis paper, finish doing your Beyond the Classroom activities, finish up all that sort of work that you've been working toward this entire semester. The final exam for this class is really a short reflective essay about what you've learned in the class. Not hard, it's open note, open time. It really is just asking you to sort of think about the course in its whole. Roughly 500 words, you know, so maybe 2 pages, double spaced, very informal sort of writing. You don't need citations. It's really just asking you to reflect upon this semester. And that's it. So we're right here at this end. I'm going to keep grading and doing all this sort of stuff. I'll post grades on Blackboard and send you all a message when they're done. That'll give you a chance to sort of look through everything to make sure that there was nothing that I missed. And then I'll turn the grades into the university and we'll be all done. All right. So this semester we've talked a lot about health equity. So I think to refresh sort of our memories, let's go back to what the CDC says health equity is. Health equity is achieved when every person has the opportunity to attain his or her or their full health potential, and no one is disadvantaged from achieving this potential because of social position or other socially determined circumstances, aka the social determinants of health. Health inequalities are reflected in differences in length of life, quality of life, rates of disease, disability and death, the severity of disease, and access to treatment, okay? Very clinical sort of view, but basically everybody has a right to health and you shouldn't get different access to health potential because of different sort of demographic factors. And we see that play out in a lot of different ways. My version of health equity, and hopefully you've gotten this through the semester, is that everyone has a right to health and nothing should prevent that from happening. No, nothing at all, okay? Public health professionals have a duty to reduce health inequalities whenever and wherever they happen. That's the entire reason for our line of work. Public health is saying not everybody receives health in the same sort of way, and so public health professionals are here to make sure that we get rid of any disparities in whatever way that we can. Social justice and health equity are intertwined. You cannot have one without the other, right? It's nice to be able to be like, yeah, social justice is that thing that those people do, but in actuality, that's what public health people do. We say, this is not fair, and so how do we fix this? And that's all about justice and those sort of things. Finally, the idea that health equity will just happen naturally because we're all good people is false, and so we actually have to work really hard at making health equity happen. We have to be active participants to dismantle structures that keep people from being healthy and from all those other sort of things that get in people's way. And so we have to be active participants. We have to take this by the hands, and we can't just say like, oh, well, it'll work itself out, because it won't. And so those are really important things that I hope you have gotten from this class. For this week, your reflection is very much just an easy one for your class activity. Is tell me what you liked about the class. Tell me what you didn't like about the class. Tell me what you wish was different. This is our first all online semester, and so I want to make changes for the future. And so figure out what you liked, what I could improve upon, and let me know. I don't take offense to any of these sort of things. Teaching is my passion, and I want to do it the best that I possibly can. And so share your thoughts. What did you love? What did you say was, that didn't really work out so much for me, or you could make this a better student experience if you did X, Y, or Z. All of those sort of things. And just in general, sort of tell me what you liked about this class, okay? One of the things I want you to think about, just personally, you don't have to respond to me in any sort of way, is reflect on how this class changed you as a human being. I ask this to all of my students across all of my classes. I want you to think about not just what did I learn related to sort of schoolwork, but how did you change and grow as a person, right? As we started with this class, we want to thrive. We want to reduce our ignorance wherever possible. How have you done that in general in your life? How have you grown from this class? How have you changed as a person? How are you a better person, I would hope, because of this class and because of this semester? Right? What do you do next? I hope that you have felt and learned and heard a lot more about feminism than you ever thought you would, and that you might consider yourself a feminist now. It's not required, but I think it's something that we need to acknowledge. This idea that, you know, feminism is about man-hating and weird sort of things is just socially constructed nonsense from the media, right? Being a feminist means you value individuals and all of their unique capabilities and individual characteristics, and that everybody should be free to express themselves in whatever way that is. Feminism is just about seeing the humanity and the goodness in men as it is in women, right? We feminists think that men are inherently worthy and wonderful humans. It's society that has these patriarchal ideas that tell us weird things about men. I hope that you find a way to merge your skills and your passion, right? This last couple of weeks of the semester have been about creating social change. I want you to be passionate about whatever it is that you do. It doesn't have to be health equity wise. It can be any sort of thing, but whatever it is that you're passionate about, please do it to your fullest. We have a lack of passion in this world, and that upsets me greater than anything else. Get involved with your communities. I think that's really important, whether it's social causes, whether it's politics, whether it's volunteering, whatever it is, get involved. The biggest thing that worries me and keeps me up at night is apathy. The idea that people just don't care that much about anything, and so nobody's moved to do anything. Ugh, that's horrifying to me. So get involved. It doesn't have to be stuff I care about or even stuff that I would like. Get involved in what you like, whatever you're passionate about, go and do that. We have a lack of passion in this world, and I want to see more of it, whatever that is, whatever sort of thing that you're into. Be tenacious. Change is possible. I know that sometimes, especially when we're talking about systemic racism and all these other bigger picture sort of things, it can be very overwhelming, and we can feel defeated a lot, and we will get defeated a lot. But all that means is we have to get up and fight another day. I think it's a really important sort of skill to believe, and I think it's hopeful for the future that change is possible. The world is getting better, slowly but surely, sometimes too slowly, and sometimes lots of steps back, but we are getting better, and things are getting better, and so we have to believe that and to think that, so that we can continue on with our work. If you like this class and you want to take classes more that I teach, I also teach PHHA 265, which is human sexuality. It's a GE class. It's also a class that you can take for the major, and it's just a class that's really, really fun. I teach one section in the fall, 2 in the spring. There are other human sexuality professors as well, so if you can't get into my class or if you don't want to ever see me again, totally fine. You can take that class with somebody else. I also teach PHHA 467, mental and emotional health. I teach 2 sections in the fall, 1 in the spring. Unfortunately for you, if you don't like me, I'm the only person who teaches that class, so if you don't like me, you're gonna have to see me if you have to take that class. It's only required for public health majors, but a lot of people take it because it's just a good class in terms of building your self-care and who you are as a person. But I'm the only person who teaches it, so just keep that in mind. Keep in touch. One of the hardest parts about being a college professor is that y'all leave and we stay, which is sort of great because we get to meet new students every year, but also we miss you when you leave us. So keep in touch. My email is there. You can find it easily. If we're ever back on campus in the near future, whenever that may be, my office is Butte Hall 623. Swing by, say hi, tell me that you were in one of my virtual classes, so I know who you are. Finally, I have a pretty big social media presence. Some of you might already know that. If you didn't know that, you're about to find out if you are interested. I am happy to accept friend requests. You can follow me. You can do all sorts of things. Just a word of warning, if you think I'm intense now, I'm like 400 times more intense on social media. Not required to follow me, but if you do generally like my kind of crazy, then that's a place you can find me. And I'm happy to have you follow me there. All my stuff is pretty wide open, so you don't even have to do it in a different sort of way. I hope you have had an okay semester. I know this is hard for all of us, but I've tried to make it as easy as possible on you. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. If not, I hope you have a good break, that you're able to take an actual break, be able to rest, work on your self-care, and then be re-engaged for the next semester. All right, thanks, bye.